Hello and welcome to Gearbox, brand new YouTube channel dedicated to cars. This is the first video on the channel, and what better way to start it than with my own car, Mark V VW Polo 1 litre S. It's a 2017 base model, instantly recognisable as a base model because of the plastic wheel trims, black mirror housings and black plastic door handles. Hence I went for the black paint. Obviously on a white or red those will stand out a mile. But yes, this is 1 litre 3-cylinder 60 PS non-turbo model. Let's have a look. Okay, so the interior of the VW Polo. This is the base model, so there aren't any bells or whistles or anything on the car. It is out the box, standard, literally nothing on it at all. No multifunction steering wheel. It hasn't got automatic headlights, it hasn't got automatic wipers. There's a few blanking plates at the top line there. We don't have air conditioning. 5-speed manual gearbox. Plastic wheel, plastic gear knob, plastic handbrake. Materials are inside are quite good though, to be fair. We've got soft touch rubbery plastic on the top. Door tops are slightly scratchy, and there are some cheaper plastics obviously down below as well. But all in all, it's a very well built little car. Infotainment wise, it is a touchscreen infotainment system. We do have DAB, we do have Bluetooth. We don't have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, unfortunately. We've got a little SD card slot there, auxiliary in, CD player. Those three functions I've never used. Media will take me through to the Bluetooth streaming from my phone, which I use Spotify on quite a lot. My phone is normally on the dashboard here. Android Auto is installed onto my phone, so I can use voice control to operate that, and it does work through the Bluetooth. So I can use my Spotify, Google Maps and everything on that, and it does come through the Bluetooth system. Okay, underneath all the temperature controls, we have a couple of cup holders, 12-volt socket, USB charger under there as well. Behind there I've got an extension lead from the 12-volt socket. That just basically powers my dash cam and my phone charger in there. 2 cup holders. Unfortunately, there we go. Unfortunately, when you're driving along in fifth, it's actually quite difficult to get the drink out of there whilst you're driving along. Door pockets are nice and deep. That will hold a 1.5 litre bottle in there. It'll hold a wine bottle in there as well. Obviously cup holder in there, and we do have another one just here as well, so there is that as well. Glove box, decent size. You can fit loads of junk in there, as you can see. Steering wheel is adjustable for both height and reach, so you've got plenty of adjustment in there. Driver's seat is also height adjustable, little ratchet arm on the side of the seat. I'm 5'11", and the seat will still go back further for me, so anybody over 6 foot, you'll be absolutely fine in this car. Okay, in the back seat, this seat is set up to my driving position, so I'm sat behind my virtual self. My feet go underneath the seat. My legs are touching the backrest. Slightly more comfortable for me to be with my knees by either side of the chair. So there's not a massive amount of room here for adults. It's okay for short trips, but anything longer, you will start to get uncomfortable. Perfectly fine for kids. We've had 3 kids in here regularly, absolutely fine, no problem at all. But for adults, yeah, my knees are touching the back of the seat. Headroom, I've got about 2 inches between my head and the roof. I'm 5'11", as I say. So yeah, headroom's fine. Not much in the way of features back here, unfortunately. There is the one bottle holder down the middle there that I showed you just now. I've got a grab handle and I've got a coat hook on either side. Armrest built into the moulded panel on the side, and that is about it. Decent sized windows, so it doesn't feel too dark back here. Height adjustable headrests. But yeah, other than that, there's not much back here of note. No. To the boot. Okay, in the boot of the Polo. It's not a bad size for a small car. Interior light, a couple of bag hooks on each side. Underneath the floor there is a full-size spare wheel with a toolkit. Parcel shelf does come off. I do like on the parcel shelf these bits. They're shaped so that when they knock on the plastic they don't make any noise, which I like. Parcel shelf obviously comes out. There's nowhere to keep it, unfortunately. Apart from, I have found you can place it just behind the seats, and it does stay there. I don't know if that's part of the design from Volkswagen or if it's just pure luck, but I have found that and it does work. And then the seats, single bench, just folds flat. Doesn't split. So not many features in the boot. As I say, there's a couple of bag hooks and an interior light. You do have the anchor points there for the Isofix seats, and there are 4 anchor points in the boot as well, one in each corner. It's a decent drop from the lip down to the boot floor. I don't mind that, to be fair. It makes more boot space, but it might be awkward lifting things out over the lip. And the tailgate does have handles inside to close it. Okay, before I set you up to go for a drive, I do feel like I need to point out the worst feature by a long way of this car. Forget the plastic wheel trims, completely forget the black plastic door mirrors. This car was delivered to me in February 2017 with that as the key. It hasn't even got, in 2017, it hasn't got remote control central locking. It has got 1980s styly key in the door and turn it to lock and unlock the door. Okay, driving the 1 litre Polo. This is the 3-cylinder non-turbo variant, so it's only 60 brake horsepower, or 60 PS. It's not the quickest thing in the world. However, it does keep up very well with modern day traffic. It isn't as slow as everybody makes out it is. It's got a 5-speed manual gearbox. It's a very smooth, quiet ride for a small car. It's the base model, so it does only have steel wheels with quite thin tyres, which does help road noise quite a lot because obviously there's less tyre in contact with the tarmac. This is a cracking little car. I love it. When you compare this to the other vehicles that are out there in this size, you've got the Ford Fiesta, you've got the Peugeot 208, Seat Ibiza, which is very similar, which is obviously related to this one. I don't think many people say I'd love a C3, but people would say I'd love a Polo. The Ibiza is very similar, but it's got a harder ride. All the French ones, very vague in the steering, very soft in the suspension. And the materials generally, I would say, are built to a budget. Whereas this does feel like a small Golf. I'd say premium wise, its main rival will probably be a Mini. Obviously 3-door, the Mini's available in so many different guises now, but a 3-door Mini I suppose would be comparable to a Polo. And then I suppose the nearest rival other than the Mini would be a Fiesta. But they're just not as nice inside, and the infotainment system on those aren't as good. After you, Chief, thank you. So I've owned this car for just coming up to 3 years. The lease on it is expiring. I have just ordered my new car, a replacement vehicle for this one. I won't tell you what that is yet. So yeah, 3 go. My thoughts on the Volkswagen Polo. Cracking little car. If you're looking for a small, reliable, premium car, you cannot go wrong with the Polo. Very quiet, very easy to drive, very light to drive. But yeah, very capable small car. Would I have another one? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. If I didn't need something a bit bigger, my next one would be another Polo. But I do need a bit more space in the back. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you have. It is my first video, so anything will be absolutely amazing. My name's Ray. This is Gearbox. Thank you for watching.